Good afternoon. My name is Rodney Glover. I'm the candidate for governor of Florida. Recently, right before this one, I did a video telling you how 43 years we just haven't gotten it right. And I needed to give you an example, even though I gave quite a few in the video, but now I want to give you another one. So of course, you can go to any of my web pages. It'll be able to take you to glover2026.com. You'll have an opportunity to go to the website and just hit explore research. You'll see where I talk about my title area. It's federal policy and social security, right? Just hit the full research button. When you hit that, this is so important. Look at this. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act will drain 168 billion from social security trust funds over 10 years, accelerating insolvency. Insolvency means that they won't have the debt or the money to pay back what they promised. So they won't have it from Q1 33 to Q4 32, 6 months earlier. And it will trigger an automatic benefit cut of 24% for all 66 million Social Security recipients when the trust fund runs dry late 2032. So, what I'm trying to say here is when you go and you look at that information, you can fact check it. I put all the references on the bottom of the document. So, I want you to go and fact check it. When we vote in Republicans and Democrats, we're voting in people who knew that they would sell you a $6,000 tax deductible right now to steal thousands from you later. So you get a couple of hundred extra dollars in your account right now if you're one of the 66 million individuals that are receiving Social Security to lose thousands of dollars later. And let's not even mention that if it's running out for you, it's not there for your children. It's not there for their future. When I tell you that in 43 years we haven't gotten it right, how is it possible that people were alarming this off, telling you? But the problem was we have found a way to either hate Republicans or hate Democrats more than we dislike or hate the things that they are doing to ruin our everyday lives. That's from both parties. But both parties are trying to tell you. There were people from both parties saying, hey, this is a terrible idea. But overwhelmingly, Republicans voted for that. Overwhelmingly. Now, how this is going to affect you when your grandparents can't afford where they currently are. I told y'all about the housing crisis in Florida already. When they can't afford it and they start losing their homes, those companies gonna come in and swoop them. Because if you buy it, remember, you get hit with that stranger tax. January 1st, you're gonna pay dang near 174% increase on your property taxes. Yep. You see how all of this ties together? This is what I'm saying. We just haven't gotten it right yet. Because we can't hold people accountable, they don't have to sneak this stuff in. So stop saying that. They're writing it clear as day. Whether or not you have the ability or I have the ability to sift through all the pages doesn't mean it isn't written down. Like that's super important because people keep using terms. They snuck it in. No, they didn't. Whether they put it on page 1 or they put it on page 1,000, it's written down. It was there. It was available. And all that needed to do was be held accountable. And it wasn't. So this is real. This is going to happen. That dream of Social Security. Look, remember back in the day, it was probably about 3 years ago, they were saying that we need to raise the age to get Social Security to the 70s. And everybody was like, absolutely not. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to run out of money anyway. It's been projected. They are going to run out of money. So they're going to have to cut it short. Now that 168 billion, they just diverted it somewhere else. This is our problem. It's not like the money is going back to the citizens, which is super important. It's the same thing happened with healthcare right now. They're just diverting the money away from where it's needed, which is to you to help you. And it would have helped if we would have added better subsidies to the Affordable Care Act, we would be having a conversation about having a pretty healthy universal health care plan. But we did not add those subsidies. For some reason, everybody got caught up in just using the term Obamacare, Obamacare, Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Affordable Care Act, and it was supposed to be as close to universal health care as we could get because the people we keep electing did not and do not want us to have that. For some reason, the people we're electing are saying that the money that we're paying in taxes is not for us. It's not to help the people who pay it. It's only to help the people who control it. Do you see why that's a problem? Do you see why I keep saying that in 43 years we haven't gotten it right? And I'm telling you, the reason we haven't gotten it right is because you won't turn in a petition that you can find on the same website, Glover2026.com. Turn in a petition. Let's get control and let's try our best to start turning this around. And absolutely, it will not be easy. Absolutely, it will not be fast. But when we're able to fire those people that we elect, when people take that job, they're going to have a completely different weight they have to carry that they're asking you to put them in that seat for. Because they're going to know that if they do not do a good job, or we finally find out that you have put in a bill that sped up the time that we were going to run out of this money. Because the reason we run out of money is because back in the 80s and 90s, we had enough people working. Why do you think that there's such a push to say, hey, we have a job problem? Because without people working in the system, there is no Social Security. But everybody's been paying Social Security. Everybody who's working has been putting into the system, and you're expecting something back. If the money's not there, there's not a law that says that the government just has to come up with it. And they knew that. They knew that. So they diverted or took away $168 billion. For what? Come on. Let's get some accountability placed on our elected officials.